YouTube was Shabo's back with another banger in this video. David Benavidez shoves David Morrell at the face-off. Um, After David shoved the other David, Morrell threw his belt at Benavidez and looked like Benavidez and his feelings leading up to this fight. Let's get it. First of all, Benavidez shoved Morrell hard as shit, hard as fuck at the face-off. You know they was talking a lot of crap. It got real heated. It got real dangerous. You know, and it's just funny to me. I started laughing, recently when I got a second chance to look at the video and think about it. I didn't watch it three, four, 5 times back to back to back just to see what happened and what caused those negative emotions. And apparently it was a lack of a handshake which caused those negative emotions. And I'm like, okay, he didn't shake your hand. Y'all about to fight. Y'all shouldn't be so friendly with each other. I understand his respect, but I mean, I shouldn't be so friendly. And I understand where David Benavidez is coming from, but I mean, I wouldn't be that so upset if dude didn't shake my hand. I'll use that as motivation to train harder, to work harder, to whip his ass for that. But Benavidez let it get to his head and he pushed him hard as hell. The dude neck gyrated, his shoulders almost let his spirit and soul almost left his body when Benavidez shoved him. It was kind of funny, but I'm laughing because at the same time, when Devin Haney shoved Lomachenko like this, it was a big problem. Devin Haney got fined. They said he was a thug, he was a gangster, he was hurting a good white man. It was a problem when Devin Haney shoved Lomachenko, but people praising Benavidez for shoving Morrell. So that just goes back even furthermore to show the double standard in boxing. Even though Hispanics and blacks are more marginalized and discriminated against than anybody, and I understand that, but apparently they're not as discriminated against as black fighters. Because Devin Haney, when he shoved Lomachenko, all hell broke loose. He got fined. People were screaming for his head to get cut off. They was praying for Lomachenko to beat him, and that's why they hate him to this day. He said he'll never lose to a white boy. He shoved Lomachenko and beat him. All in the sequence of events. David Benavidez didn't get his handshake, felt some type of way, shoved Morrell, and that led to the second part of the video where David Morrell jumped up and launched his belt at Benavidez, and he almost connected. It missed him. David Benavidez ducked and rolled, got out the way. He was practicing his defense. His defense sharp. You could tell he ready to fight. When that belt came, he got out the way. He got out the line. He slipped that shit. You could tell he a fighter for real. He got out the way of that belt. But at the same time, if that belt would have connected, what would have happened? Would the fight still be on? Would there be fines handed out? Like, what would be going on if David Morrell? Because David Morrell, he didn't instigate. He just responded. So, and the thing with is, like, if you watch sports, you know that the person that instigate don't usually get in trouble. It's usually the person who retaliates. And Morrell retaliated to Benavidez instigating. And if that belt would have connected, he either would have been fined or the fight would have been off. So, I mean, I'm sure he's glad that he missed. Or maybe he's not. Maybe he's just crazy enough that he was like, damn, I wanted to crack his head with that shit. Who knows? It's funny to think about, because what if he really mad that he missed? Like, what if he really wanted to crack Benavidez in this shit? You know, yeah, but like I'm saying, yeah, the fight will be canceled if that belt landed. Benavidez will have a big ass knot on his head, a cut, a gash on his head if that belt landed. That's a hard ass piece of metal coming at high speed. It could slash you. It could do a hard impact, a thump. You could get whiplash. It could smack you from the leather. There's so many different ways that shit could hurt you. What if he threw that shit like a frisbee and hit Benavidez and this shit? That shit would have been funny, bro. If he threw the belt like a frisbee and hit Benavidez, that would have been hilarious. But I'm just laughing at it because now I know. I was always pretty much up to date and up to par about the double standards in boxing. I always acknowledge the double standards in boxing. People saying Devin Haney soft for suing, but they praising Ryan Garcia for counter suing. Um, People hating Devin Haney for being pro-black, but loving all the Mexican fighters when they scream Long Live Mexico. People hating Devin Haney for shoving Lomachenko when they praising Benavidez for shoving Morrell. People complaining that Devin Haney said he'll never lose to a white boy, but praising Ryan Garcia for saying he hate niggas and Muslims. Ryan Garcia also said he wants to join the KKK, the Ku Klux Klan. He also said he wants to dig up George Floyd, a dead man, and kill him again. They praised him for that. They said, "Hey, we rocking with Ryan. Ryan not racist. Hey, fuck that. We rocking with Ryan." Goofballs. They said, "Hey, Ryan, you pretty as shit." That's what they say. That's what they say. Um, they tell Teofimo Lopez he's not racist after he called two of the best black fighters monkeys. Um, they asked Tio who he want to fight. He said out of Bud and Tank. He said whichever monkey wants the banana. And then he laughed and he said it again. He racist. He told ESPN they could keep the black fighters because Devin Haney came to his company and made more money than him. So the only way for him to respond was to be racist. They praised him and said he ain't mean it that way. You know, so they gonna praise everything the non-black fighters do. But if a black fighter does it, it's hell on earth. The world is ending. The world is turning over. The world is over. If a black fighter says anything or does anything, the world is turning over. Deontay Wilder said he want to catch a body in the ring. They made him apologize. So it's always double standards in boxing, and I'm acknowledging every single one of them. And y'all not gonna like this video. It's gonna be real uncomfortable for you because you have cognitive dissonance. That's when you hear the truth, but you distance yourself from it because it's uncomfortable. You can't accept it. A lot of people in boxing have cognitive dissonance. They rather defend a racist than admit, yeah, he racist. And some people will come at me and be like, yeah, you defending Devin Haney. He said some racist shit. Devin Haney apologized for saying what he said. Teofimo Lopez has yet to apologize, or at least I haven't heard him apologize for saying that monkey shit and saying he got a banana for Bud. He said he done made a racist joke 3 different times. 3 different fucking times he done made racist jokes. Ryan Garcia, he's going off the deep end, but people still supporting him. And then Ryan Garcia came out his way and said, I'll never apologize. Teofimo said, I'm not apologizing either. Devin Haney apologized and he still hated. So it is what it is. These dudes gonna get away with being racist, and Devin Haney gonna get targeted for any little thing he does. And just like this, Benavidez getting praised for shoving Morrell. He a warrior. This is gonna be fireworks. But Devin Haney gets shamed for pushing Lomachenko. So y'all see the double standard. I don't know how much more obvious and blatant I could make it. It's racist. It's bullshit. But let me know what y'all think. Like, comment, subscribe, and share this. Till next time.